All right, guys, coming to you this morning, feeling a lot better. My energy level was a little bit down the last couple of days. My stomach has been in knots. I'm battling poor food poisoning, but I'm feeling better today, you guys. I'm going to be in the office all day once we're done with coaching, but definitely feeling full of energy, full of passion today. And as always, full of tremendous levels of gratitude. Before we get started today, before I have somebody start us out and bring us out on the field, I want to congratulate some people on the call today, because a couple of people on the call today earned their spot at their very first. And I'm going to encourage everybody, second page, you guys, if you have the ability to do so, I'm just going to stop for a moment, throw your cameras on, be here, be present. This isn't a podcast. I want to see your guys' faces. I want you guys to be involved in this process and be here and be a representative. So I want to shout out to Rico. Rico earned his spot at Hustler's Lunch. And the way that Rico earned a spot at Hustler's Lunch was his ability to knock on the most amount of doors last month. So congratulations to you, Rico. That is your first time. Congratulations to Heidi. She earned, I think it was a category of most calls. I'll have to look at my notes, but nonetheless, she earned her spot at Hustler's Lunch. Vernon earned him spot at Hustler's Lunch, and George Martinez earned him spot at Hustler's Lunch. Now, if you were in that thread and I forgot about you, please make sure to raise your hand. But congratulations to all those people. We're going to go out to a culinary experience. We're having a full dim sum experience in Alameda at Chef's Walk. So if you guys are on our team, and pardon me if you are not on our team, we do a Hustler's Lunch that celebrates people activity. And so we're excited to be able to celebrate your activity and all the action that's going to lead into you getting into contracts. So stoked for you guys. Looking forward to breaking bread with you next Monday. And Rico, please do not eat breakfast, because we're going to order like 50 things. It's on a round table. You're going to be coming around. It's incredible. I know a few people on the call have been there at the past one. So let's go ahead and get in state and get flowing. I'm going to look around the room, and I want somebody to bring us out on the field on this beautiful Monday, on this beautiful Friday morning. And that person is going to be Dominique Curtis. And you know what? When you guys have a chance, just go ahead and look at Cam. If you want a sense of relaxation and tropical oasis, just look at Cam's picture. She's on page 2 for me. I don't know what page she's on for you, but Dominique, you know the routine. I want you to bring us out on the field. I want you to give yourself a little bit of advice. If you were looking yourself in your mirror, looking yourself in the mirror, giving yourself some coaching advice, what would you need to hear today? And if there was a word for the day, for the weekend, what would that be? So Dominique Curtis, always dropping fire. Let's turn the mic over to you.
I would say that the advice I would give myself is to be unapologetic. I'm always gearing myself towards other people and not so much focusing on myself. And so in order to focus more on myself, I need to be unapologetic about it, and not always find myself saying, oh, I'm sorry, I was late, I'm sorry if I got back to you. And so just being unapologetic about the things that I need to do for myself to exceed to the next level.
I love this. I love this. And if there was a word for the day that would carry you through today, carry you through the weekend, what would that word be? Unapologetic?
Yeah, it would be. I have a very, today we have Twilight Tour. We have Saturday and Sunday open for our new listing in El Cerrito. And so, yeah, to do everything I need to do, to be on time, to be present, to be unapologetic. I need to leave home at home, and I need to just go out there and do all the things that I need to do to get more buyers, to get more sellers, and to sell this house. So
I love it. I love it. And just for the people that don't know, drop some information about your listing. Where is that? And when does Twilight Tour start?
Yes, it's 5523 McDonald Ave in El Cerrito Hills, and it's listed at 1.2 million. It's a 3-2, a little over 1,600 square feet. Twilight Tour tonight. We're going to have a taco guy there. Christina, the lender, is going to bring some margaritas, and it's from 4:30 to 7:30. So if you guys are in the Berkeley, El Cerrito area, come stop by and say hi and have some tacos.
I love that. And Dominique, probably a question that you know the answer to. How many houses are on the market that fit that similar criteria? Because I know El Cerrito doesn't have an abundance of new listings available.
Just two. Well, one technically, the other one just went pending, so not that many.
So you guys, hot opportunity for people. And if you don't know the El Cerrito market, it's a really cool market. The views up there are absolutely incredible. So I'm rooting for you. Great stuff. Great word for the day. And so let's do this, you guys. I want to talk to you guys about something that we spoke about last week, and it was called the home equity report. When we talk about action, not only am I going to give you some ideas and some things that you guys can go and do after this call to take action on in your business, but then secondly, I want to get some of your thoughts, your ideas, and what you've done obviously this week. We talked a lot about the home equity report last week, and at that time, it was just an idea. I'd heard that, and I brought it to you guys and said, hey, let's do this if we want to start drumming up some opportunities for the people that actually own homes. If you're looking at finding ways to start reaching out to people, a really great way is to launch your home equity report. Well, what is that? Well, the home equity report answers these 4 simple questions, and I'm going to give you an example. Now, this is being created for you guys to be able to launch on Instagram. It's also being created so you guys can put into your MailChimp campaigns every single week. Now, what I want to do is I want to talk to you guys, and I want to have a full stream conversation about this on what do you think the best hook is for social and what the best verbiage is if you're going to create a video around this. So I wanted to be a think tank. I've already had the assets created, but I want your guys' insight on this because it's going to have a direct impact on you guys. So let's do this. I'm going to share this with you guys, and I want your guys' feedback, and I want your guys' thoughts on this. So what we've done is we've put this into a reel. And let me mute this because I'm not a fan of that. Okay, so we're going to mute that. All right, so the home equity report will look just like this. It will answer 4 questions. I didn't like that style. I'm actually a fan of this style here. What does the home equity report do? And obviously we're going to add report under equity. The home equity report, if you missed this last week, is going to answer these 4 questions for consumers. What is the current value of your home? What is the current rents in your area if you chose to rent your property? What are the current mortgage rates? And what are the investment opportunities that lie in your market, right? Like short-term rentals, long-term rentals, so on and so forth, Airbnb opportunities. So this is the kind of the context of this conversation. Now, when you look at this video and how it starts, let me just go back here, you need to know this. And what's great about this is that I want this to be just a hook. So when we think about this home equity report, and there's obviously going to be, we've got the answers and more. We're going to put this together in a sequence. It could be 4 individual, or it's going to be a combined reel. Whatever way we come up with, you guys will have this to be able to launch. Now, the question to each of you guys is, if you were to launch this right now, if you were to make a phone call, if you were to post this on social, if you were to hook somebody in an email subject line, what would you actually say that would articulate what this thing actually is? So I wanted to hear from you guys, and maybe we could come up with that right now. We could develop the script from this, because I think if this is done properly, I know because the top team in the world is doing this right now. When done properly, the best case scenario for each of you is that this leads into a listing appointment. Worst case scenario is that they got some great information, and during that communication with that consumer, they said, you know what, Kuhn, it's great that we're actually having this conversation. I do know a friend that's thinking about buying or selling, would love to be able to connect you. Wonderful, let's start a group chat. So based on what you guys have here, based on what you see here, I want to get your guys' thoughts, input, ideas, insights, dialogues on what we could do to make sure that this campaign hits with our consumers. And what I want to do is, once we launch this and I give this to you guys, I want to completely break the internet with this. So that's the context of the conversation as starters. Number 2, one other thing I want to share with you guys is that if you're looking at what can you take action on this week, today, every single one of you in the Team Fast exclusive channel, and mind you, if you're not on this team, then forgive this message, but you guys can do this in your respective markets. You have every single county available. Now, mind you, you can simply take that and do a market update and just post it with no context. That's your choice. But I believe that putting context to it is more important. Make sure that that is your green screen and do a quick update on what that information means. If you guys are searching for things to post in social, what to do, what to say, we're giving it to you. You just have to go and be like, okay, cool. What's up, you guys? It's Mitch. I want to give you a quick update of what's happening in the Sacramento, in the Plaza Market, in Alameda, in Contra Costa, in the San Joaquin Valley. Here's a quick update. You guys have all that already for you. Now you just have to go out there and create. So when we talk about action, I told you guys weeks ago, I'm going to give you things that you can leave here with, go and take action. Now, what is that percentage of people that are going to actually do that? That's yet to be proven. You guys have to take these things and say, all right, I'm going to go do it. So would love to hear this from you guys. If we were to do a hook for the home equity report on a video, if we were to do a subject line in a video, or if we were going to briefly explain what a home equity report is to a consumer, what would you guys say? I want to hear from you guys because your insights are super, super valuable as we create this campaign. So anybody want to share their thoughts, any of their dialogue, any of their communication that they would have with the consumer right now if they were to launch this on their social or put this in an email campaign? And please do not be shy. If you guys don't raise your hands, I'm just going to call on you because this is group coaching. This is not one-to-one coaching. All right, let's go, George.
Alrighty. So something I currently use that I feel like I would put in a caption with this, kind of do that takeaway with sellers instead of kind of trying to pitch them. Be like, hey, Elias, I know you're not ready. I know you're not looking to sell anytime soon, but here's some additional information on how to educate yourself on the equity and what's going on in your city. Because, hey, God forbid you lose a job or your wife loses her leg, you need to pull some equity out and the kids need to go to college. You're well aware of how much equity you have in your property. So let me know if you have any questions and we can go ahead and do a customized home valuation for you.
All right, cool. I love that. I love that. Cool. So keep it coming, you guys. I like the, oh my God, the OMG. What? OMG, our company just launched a home equity report. What does that do? It answers these 4 questions to people that are homeowners right now. So what it does is it takes away from you pitching for a listing appointment. Obviously, we want the road to lead to a listing appointment, but we also, what do we say that we stand on a pillar of? Education and advocacy. And that right there is going to do those 2 things for the consumer. And oftentimes it's going to lead to a pathway of them wanting to list their home. That's the best case scenario. So I'd like to hear from a couple other people. Give me 5 hands up, you guys. Get involved with this. There's no right, there's no wrong answer on this because this is something that we're going to develop together. So home equity report, you know what categories it covers. How are you going to hook somebody on a video? What is going to be your subject line? And how are you going to introduce this to the masses? Raise your hand, you guys. This is the part where you guys involve and get involved because this is going to impact you, not me. Lovely. Let's hear from you. And if you can't, throw your camera on. And you guys, if you've been here, please throw your hands up. Everyone is welcome to include their dialogue on this. Lovely. Let's hear from you. Lovely going once, lovely going twice.
Wait, sorry, I was muted, but I can't turn on my camera right now. But what I usually tell sellers is that by tapping into your home equity, you can unlock investment opportunities.
Oh, I love this. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were to put this, let's just go from an email subject line. If you were to put this in your subject line as a hook for people to read downward, meaning through your email, what would you hook them in your subject line?
Probably that, like home equity can unlock investment opportunities, something along that line.
Okay. I like that. Like, and then leave it with the ... and ellipsis. Yeah. I think this is powerful. Okay, cool. So seeing as nobody else is raising their hands, I'm just going to start calling on you guys. So let's go. So Lizette, you're up next. I'm going to go Cortez. I'm going to go Melissa. I'm going to go Roger, and I'm going to go Cody. Cody is a guest. So let's go, you guys. You have the ability to use this home equity report. Let me bring this back up, Lizette. So you have this as a guide. So Lizette, you know that you have this as a tool for you to reach out to potential sellers and potential homeowners. What are we saying? What's the hook, and how are you going to present this to consumers? Let's hear from you.
You know what? I'm still not really sure about the hook, but if I were to do an email, I kind of like what Lovely just said.
Sorry, hold on. Let me turn this off. I don't know. It's not letting me. Hold on. Sorry.
Okay.
It's not letting me turn it off, but go ahead.
Okay, that's okay. So I think that, like, I liked her tagline. So I think I would start off with saying something along the lines of, how much money are you sitting on? Let's talk home equity.
Okay.
Because ultimately what I want you to be aware of is you're sitting on a gold mine. How do we talk about that?
Cool. Because oftentimes what we do is we help people with the purchase and the sale of their property. Well, if we're helping somebody with the purchase of their property, and we know friends and family that have owned homes for a long time, like what are we doing to help them really asset that and look at it from a diversification standpoint? Now, obviously, we want to get a listing appointment, and that's the best case scenario. And I'll say that over and over again. However, what are some other things that we can do? What are some other investment opportunities that we could bring to the table? So Lizette, I actually like that. I don't know who I chose next, but whoever I chose next, can you just take yourself off of mute and go? Who was it?
You chose me, but I don't know what to say. But when I hop on my computer, MSNBC always has like headlines, and they're always like, man, I can't believe what this quarterback just did, you know, and then you click it, it's usually nothing like that. So I was thinking for a social media post, you could say something that kind of inflicts fear, like your home equity has lost all its value or something, because people are going to click on that just to see what it is. And you could talk more on the reel and tell them to hit the link. So maybe like the Real Scout or whatever, so they can investigate what their equity is.
Okay. All right, cool. So it is hooking them in your words, in almost like a fear-based approach. Okay, I get that. And obviously it works, and it works for mainstream media. So, okay, I like that. But Cortez, here's the thing that I like that you said. You're like, I don't really know what to say, but I love that you're thinking about what to say. And that's the idea of this session. Melissa Radke, I think you were up next. Let's hear from you. Knowing that you have this, and you will have this, I'll share it with the McNally team, and you guys can put it in your own colors, because I love your guys' colors. How would you use this to leverage opportunities to book more appointments?
Lizette's hook should be, are you sitting on a gold mine? That's a good email, right? I was just thinking about net worth. I think a lot of times people see their mortgage, their house is like debt, and not think about that equity piece. So I don't know, I don't have a good hook yet, but it's something like, you know, what is your net worth? And capital letters for your, and then just talk about that equity situation.
You know what? I'm actually loving this, because I don't think and maybe we should practice this more. Maybe this is a whole entire session. We should probably spend more time on our hooks, right? On our email hooks, on our video opening hooks, like what we're saying to consumers. I think that this is a really, really important conversation. So the fact that your wheels are turning, Melissa, I absolutely love this. And Lizette, really great stuff. Cortez, really great stuff. Melissa, love this. I think Roger, I had called on you next. Roger, let's hear from you. If you were to use this, and we're just freestyling through thought right now, how would you use this to go after people that you know about this home equity report?
A lot of people I'm talking to want to buy an investment property. So I might, you know, say you want to invest in a vacation home you've always wanted on the lake, you know, so use your home equity, or need to remodel that old kitchen or bathroom. How can we use the equity in home to do that? So something like that, maybe.
Okay, cool. I like this. I like this a lot. I'm not too sure who I called on next, but I want to ask, let me see if George can. No, George is mid stream. Let's go. Yeah, I love her backdrop too. Super, super intelligent. I love it. Let's go to Danielle Martinez. Danielle Martinez, I'm going to call on you, then I'm going to call on Colette, and we'll keep flowing through. I think I saw another hand, Heidi. But Danielle Martinez, if you're armed with this, and
I'm here.
Okay, if you were armed with this, and you had and you guys, I want to encourage you guys to put your cameras on. There's so many people that have their cameras off. Be here, be present, be ready to deliver. Danielle Martinez, if you were to do a video on this, and you were to introduce this to a consumer on your Instagram, on Facebook, and you were to do short, sweet, to the point, how would you introduce this as a video?
I'd probably say, homeowners, what are you planning to do with all the money your home has made?
Okay. So let's go through the whole thing.
Right? That'd be the hook.
Okay.
And then I don't know, I'd have to think about it, you know, to make it get out what I'm saying, but I'd probably, you know, do the hook. What are you planning on doing? And then maybe throw out a few things. You can invest, you can get money for, a home for your kid. You can invest in a second property and have the money in your home make you more money to get to the next level. Something along that lines.
Okay, cool. I love this. Hey, great contribution.
Also, can I say something else? You called on Cody, and he's my guest here.
Oh, shoot.
He's not a realtor yet. So.
All right. Cody's sitting over there like, Cody's camera just went off.
Cody, are you there? Yeah, no. So I don't know how much you'd have to say on the subject, but yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. So we'll let Cody off the hook here, but
Okay.
I see some hooks in the chat. Let's see here. Unlock the power of your home's equity and can take control of your future. Might want to write that one down. Be your own bank. I love this. What are you doing? What are you doing with your success? I think we can elaborate on that one, but I see where you're going with the thought. Dominique Curtis, let's go to you. And you guys keep raising your hands. I'm going to come to you. Dominique Curtis, and then we'll go to Colette, because I forgot I asked Colette to speak as well. So Dominique, let's hear from you. Then we'll go Dominique, Colette, Will.
I love this one because home equity is like your best friend. So I would basically, well, what I always basically do is say, when I talk about home equity is how you can gain more income with your home's equity, because that always grabs people, because people are always looking, if you notice, people always want to get into real estate because they say, oh, I want to make money on the side. Like a lot of people say they have a job already, but they want to get into real estate for getting more income. But what people don't realize is that your home equity is what you can do to gain more money, rather than some people pull equity out. You know, I'm an appraiser, so I go and I refinance. When I go for the inspections for refinance, they'll pull their money out to go on vacation and things like that. However, it's okay. Like, people do what they do, but I mean, you can go on more vacations if you pull that money out and invest it into something, and then your income would increase to a whole nother level. So I love this.
Love it. Okay, cool. Let me ask you guys a question, and just go ahead and spit it out or put it in the chat. And I love that the hands are going up, because I think now the wheels are going. At first, people are like, shit, I don't know what to say. Now you guys are getting your everything's primed up a little bit. And that's what I love about group coaching. I want to ask you guys, what is the percentage nationwide of homeowners that use their original realtor for their second transaction? What is that percentage?
It's like 8 or something.
So 8%. It is super low.
I thought it was 11 or something.
Okay. The last statistic that I saw was 86% of consumers do not use the original realtor that helped them sell their home, right? So what are you doing? Is you're fixing a problem. I think that would probably be a good hook for you. 86% of consumers do not use their realtor that helped them purchase their home. Stay with me for a minute. That's why we are doing the home equity report. What is the home equity report? Home equity report is going to answer 4 questions for consumers. The first question, what is the current value of your home? Second question is to make sure that you understand what current rents are. Third is to make sure that you understand what the current rates are right now in the market. And 4, what are the investment opportunities? For more information about the home equity report, DM me the word home, and I'll make sure to do a one-on-one exclusive home equity report with you. All right, I'm just freestyling right now, all right? I'm just freestyling. But if we know that there is a disconnect with the amount of consume, and you guys, I'm getting excited about this. You know when I get excited. When there's a disconnect with the amount of people that are actually using their realtor that they originally bought the house with, well then shit, here we come to swoop in and to help these consumers understand the asset that they're sitting on and how to diversify that asset. Personally, if I was doing that, that's where I would go with the conversation. Well, shit, I'll just create that video next week and then let you guys, jack it, repurpose it, do whatever. But that's where I would go with that. Colette, let's hear from you. Then I'll go to Will, then I'll go to Ramel, then I'll go to George, then I'll go to Heidi. We'll just keep flowing on this conversation. Colette, what's up? Sun's out, guns out. What's up?
Boom. What? I just got out of the shower. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I think one hook might be, the number one. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
The number one mistake most homeowners make is, that would be the hook, right? Is buying one house and being done, living happily ever after. When you saw that house equity grow, you didn't purchase another house and another house and another house and another house to grow that equity over and over again. And if I had it to do all over again, I've owned investment properties and stuff, and I've lost some, I've sold some, whatever. But had I had it to do all over again, it would be all about buying more houses.
Ooh, okay. So hold on a second. I think I heard a really, really good hook, because I think I've heard this for buyers, right? 3 mistakes not to make right now if you're purchasing a home, or 3 mistakes that sellers make, but the biggest mistake homeowners make, or something along those lines. I think that's really powerful. Say that one more time for me. That way I can just hear it flow again. One more time.
I said the number one mistake most homeowners make is
Dot,
not
dot.
right?
And then you go into your subject.
Like, boom. What?
Ooh.
Could have had 5 houses and I got 1?
Right. And I look at it like this, you guys. Anytime you're making doing a video as a presentation, right? It's this perpetual baton pass, right? You hook them, you get them to listen a little bit more, and then you give them a call to action. This is really good, Colette. I actually like this a lot. Let's go to Will, and I'm just going to get to everybody, but I'm glad that this is sparking so many hands up. I'm excited. I'm stoked. Will Dangler, let's hear from you, big dog. Suicidal tendencies. Let's hear.
So if you guys go to Carpe Vitam Tuum on Instagram right now, right? Let's talk massive action. I took the El Dorado County market update that was in Slack under fast exclusives, right? I just put the Godfather music to it in honor of my my kayak around the Godfather 2 house on Fredo's last ride. And my prompt is Vito Corleone said, "I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse." So let's talk your home equity and get a free comparable report on your value, how it looks to track in the next 12 months, and what impact the finance market changes may have had on your sellability. I know you're probably not wanting to sell, as your interest rate now is most likely lower than the market rates to buy. However, you can get a better deal and write off that interest. Let's do an exclusive one-on-one, get you that home equity report today. Click the link here to install my app, William Dangler Realty, because that's going to drive links back to our fast real estate free app that we have. If you're not using that to get with your all the leads driving into your website, that's a good prompt.
Wow. Okay. I love this. And yeah, I love the Fredo reference too. But if you don't know The Godfather, it's just going to go right over your head. Personally, a big fan of The Godfather 2. Godfather 3 was garbage. However, that was really, really solid. I like this hook in the chat below as well. Your neighbor made this mistake. Well, hold on a second. What mistake did my neighbor? Don't make the same mistake that your neighbor made. Well, what mistake did they make? Right? What did the mistake that they make? Like, I want them to listen downhill, read downhill. So when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about this as an email hook, and I'm also thinking about this as a video hook. And Will, next level, bro, next level. Let's go to George, and then we'll go to Rahil, and then I'll just get to everyone's hands. I have no rhyme or reason right now.
Okay,
Rahil.
so I was brainstorming in my notes section. So I have 4. I put, here's how to leverage your first property to build generational wealth. Here's how the rich stay rich. Here are 4 ways to achieve financial freedom, and why be a renter, not the landlord. Here's how.
Write those down, you guys. Write those down. Right? The idea is, like, you guys, I was excited about this. I've been working on this for the last couple of weeks for you guys. Like, I'm excited about this because it's fresh. Right? Sometimes you're like thinking about, like, whoa, shit, like, oh, what am I going to say today? Like, we're here to give you guys things, right? You just have to say, all right, give me the ball, coach. I'm going to go run with that shit and I'm going to score. That's it. That's it. All I want you to do is, like, give me that thing and I'm going to go run somebody over. That's all I want for you guys. Great stuff, George. I'm once again, I got some goosebumps. I'm excited about this conversation. Rahil, let's hear from you.
Hey, so mine was pretty similar to George and Dominique, because people love to learn about little money hacks, or kind of like approaching it in a way that is like, hey, here's like one thing that you can do to increase your stream of income, or here's how rich people get even more rich, and just like kind of hooking them in with that and proceeding to explain the report.
Yes, I absolutely love this, Rahil. You have to think about it. Oftentimes when you become a realtor, we all have friends and family members, right? But instead of telling, we don't like doing this. Hey, uncle, yeah, hey, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, whatever. If you ever know anybody that's thinking about buying or selling real estate, make sure you call nephew. It's weak. It's weak. we as a company, I'm going to hook you up, Uncle. As a company, we just launched this thing. It's called the Home Equity Report, and it's going to answer these 4 questions, and you go through that. And I'm doing this for everybody that I know that owns a home, and it's educational based. It's educational based. That to me is a better way for me versus, do you have somebody that you know that wants to buy or sell real estate? That shit's weak. So let's get back to the hands. Let's go Dominique, and let's go Nias. And then I want to make sure to get to Heidi. Heidi had her hand up, but then it went down. Dominique.
I want help from the team on this one because I know this girl that bought a condo in San Diego, and she is making, like, she's doing so good with it. So what's a hook to get people to understand that they can use their home equity to get a home to use it for Airbnb? Because she's killing it right now in San Diego, but in the dopest spots to go on vacation, because everybody loves San Diego. Let's get the team together to like a hook for the Airbnb people that are business savvy to buy another property just to Airbnb it out.
Yeah, because when you go back to this, you guys, number 4 is investment opportunities. That means short-term rentals, right? That is Airbnbs. So I'm from San Diego. I would love to hear from you guys. Who's got a hook for this? And just take yourself off of mute. Let's hear from you.
I would say figure out what the monthly payment is and say, oh, you can own a beautiful Airbnb for only $1,600 a month, but make $85,000 a year.
Okay, awesome. I like this. Anybody else have some thoughts on this? Amy, was that a little hand that went up and then went down?
Yeah, you want to know how to make your home equity work for you?
Okay, all right. I like that.
I had something better to say, but I'm driving, so I'm watching out the window. Sorry.
It's all good. You know, this is something I want you guys to not just think about during this hour session. I want you to go back to this and think about this. Anybody else have some thoughts on this?
Pay your taxes with Airbnb.
Ooh, okay. All right. I like this.
I make about $20,000 a year on Airbnb.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Yeah,
So
let me think about this one. This is good. Awesome. Anybody else have any insights for Dominique? George, I saw you chomping at the bit.
Yeah, you could say, here's how to use your home equity to make passive income.
Yep. What if we were to like use specific cities, like because she's on the beach, right? San Diego's the beach, like Paradise. Let me think of something. I think this is actually a good one. Let me put some thought behind this one. I love this. Nias, what's your contribution? You had your hand up, and then we'll get to Heidi finally. Sorry, Heidi. Nice contribution.
I want to
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say for the equity thing, for my hook is going to be, what's your equity worth? And I was going to say, are you tapping into your equity, ready to turn your home equity into a rental or investment? For more information, DM me equity for a home equity report to see how much value your home has grown in today's seller's market.
Cool. I mean, look at this. I mean, we're already coming up with thoughts and ideas. I love this. So good stuff, Nias. And then Colette, and then we'll go to Heidi. What's up, you guys?
Sorry, I was going to say, I'm going to rephrase mine. What did I say? Like, pay your taxes with Airbnb. I was going to change it to Airbnb your property taxes. Say goodbye to, or something. Like, I mean, it's might sound confusing, but when you figure out how much you make with the Airbnb, you're either supplementing your mortgage or you're doing something with it. But people hate their property tax bills. So
wow.
Eliminate your tax bill, your property tax bill with Airbnb. Something, boom.
I love it. Now, is she okay, never pay for a vacation again. Well, what do you mean? She's leveraging the money that she makes on her Airbnb to pay for her future vacation. So that hook, never pay for vacations again. Well, hold on a second. Let me share with you what that actually means, right? And like sharing with them how she is paying, not only making money, but she's paying for all of her future vacations and never paying for a vacation again. Actually, if you said that hook to me right now, Dominique, I would want to know a little bit more. Never pay for your vacations again. Never pay for a vacation in San Diego again. Well, fuck, what does that actually mean? Like, I want to listen downhill because there's more to that, right? So never pay for a vacation on the coast of Southern California again. What? Wait a minute, never pay for a vacation in Las Vegas again. What does that actually mean? And then you take them through what your friend did, the opportunities. So we could go on and on with this. So I'm actually really loving this conversation. Heidi, let's make sure to get to you. Sorry about that. I know we had so many hands up and hands down. Heidi, what was your thoughts and contributions on the conversation?
Well, I would start it with something like home equity is the key to wealth.
Totally. Yep. All right. So keep going. Let's hear more.
And maybe say something like, let's connect and devise a plan to enhance your income from owning a vacation home or investment property.
Cool. I love it. I love it. Great stuff, you guys. I always think about it this way, like thought leading, right? It's my job to be a thought leader, right? It's not my job to tell you all the things that you need to hear in group coaching. It's not my job. My job is to be a thought leader and a thought provoker. And when you look, we've had 11, 12 people raise their hand. And so I'm really, really enjoying this conversation. Ramel, did you have your hand up too earlier, big dog? And I'm sorry if I missed you.
No, it's all good. I mean, actually, everybody's been elaborate on the idea of what are you doing with your success? The thought was, you made a great investment in real estate. Here's how it's benefited you. What are you doing with that benefit that you've already invested in and already made that good decision on? So the other hooks have been even mine was too general, but I like what's been going on.
Good. I love this. Because think about this. Can you guys door knock with this campaign? Can you guys door knock with this? Right? There's so many, like we talked about this yesterday in script role play session. When you think about like the no renter left behind. Oh, did you guys know about the movement? What movement? Oh, the no renter left behind movement. We're actually here educating consumers on the pathway it takes to become homeowners in the Solano County. Yeah, here, like so on and so forth, right? That's one way. But, oh, we're not going to, sorry for interrupting, Nias. I'm here because we're sharing with the community the new home equity report. Did you get yours? Well, no, what is that? Oh, the home equity report answers these 4 questions. Hit this QR code, sets up. Like, I just think that this is a great opportunity for you guys. Also, this is a great opportunity for you to have this at an open house. And then to scrub every single person that you know on Facebook, past employees, past coworkers, past colleagues, friends from college, every single person that owns a home in your ecosystem should know about this report, So I want to get a commitment from everybody. When this is ready to launch, how many people on this call today for Keep It Moving group coaching are committed to putting this into action? Just give me a hand up on the screen or some type of emoji, and I'll wait as they start coming in, because this should be everybody. All right. Do you feel that this gives you an angle, right? Versus doing the same old, same old. All right, cool. So I'm committed to making sure that this is done. And by, let's say Wednesday at the latest, when we do Wednesday market updates, this will be ready to go. It will be ready to launch, and you guys can go and do your campaign. I'm just waiting for the MailChimp campaign to be completed. Now you guys can go out there and just start tapping in with everybody. I want to see this. And here's the cool thing about this. Every single one of you has a different amount of followers and has a different audience. We, as realtors, as real estate professionals, we're seeing the same shit over and over and over again. You see some of the same hooks. You see some of the same videos. However, consumers are not following 100, 300, 1,000 realtors. So they're not seeing all those things. So when they see your home equity report, well, shit, that's fresh and that's new to them. So I don't care if every single person on this call creates that, because we all have different followers. We all have different audiences. So I want you guys to do this, commit to it, launch this, and take massive action on this. And I promise you guys, great things will come from this. And it is a great hook. It is a great video. You should put yourself in the fast booth, create some videos around this, have this as a green screen, have these as talking points, and let's go. So that's my thoughts. That's my sentiment. I want to turn it over to you guys for a few minutes. Talk to me about action. Was there something you guys did in this past week that led to you taking massive action? Was there an appointment, a listing you got, a buyer that you got into contract, a conversation that you had with a really, really tough consumer and you were able to book an appointment? Did you have a video that took off this week that you want to share your analytics let's go there. Let's spend a few minutes talking about high level action items. Colette, let's go to you first. You had your hand back up.
Yes, some of you might have seen, I recently completed a emergency training program with the City of Oakland Emergency Services team and the Oakland Fire Department. It's called CERT. It's Community Emergency Response Teams. And so in the event of a big emergency or big whatever disaster, this team gets called in to help first responders kind of close the gap. So I was a former firefighter too. I worked for the California Department of Forestry 5 years. I was a firefighter, wildland firefighter. So I'm using that to promote disaster preparedness for my neighborhood. So I made a flyer last week. Are you prepared for an emergency? And it's got, here's all the things that could happen, including human threats, right? So, as a community, we need to come together as neighbors. I've been here 25 years in Maxwell Park. I'm your neighbor. It's branded with my realtor banner at the top, but that's it. It's like, yes, and I'm a realtor, but all I'm doing, I'm not talking about real estate at all. I am knocking on doors, concerned about people's well-being and getting their family and their household prepared for whatever might be. And that's been really, I'm getting a huge, big thank you response from that, and just going block by block that flyer, knocking on doors.
I love this. I love this. I had no idea that you were a firefighter. And so love this about you. And I love this campaign. And I love how you are going to be, providing so much value for your community. Love it. Nice. Rapid fire, big dog. Let's hear from you. What did you do this week that you took massive action on, and tell us about the results?
All right. Well, I've been working on a program to where I can be able to start targeting apartment communities. And so I just established a partnership with the apartment community to where I can be able to basically go in there and solicit the all for 148 units, be able to, basically they're going to help me be able to promote, my program to where I'm going to be able to help them get into home ownership. I'm going in this program with my lender as well, to where he's going to be coming in doing, different type of, giving different type of information as far as how loans and everything like that goes. And I have 9 other appointments for other apartment complexes that I'm going to be trying to establish a partnership with as well.
Woo! This reminds me of Cortez, man. This reminds me of the movement, the No Renter Left Behind movement, man. Johnny Tran was actually talking about that yesterday. He's been targeting knocking on doors of apartment complexes until they tell him to get the heck off the property. He's been doing that. And we talked a lot about what Cortez is doing. So really great stuff, Nias. Love this. Dominique, let's go to you. Then let's go to Cortez. Dominique, what did you do to take action in your business this week? Talk to us about the results.
This isn't more of a personal, it's more of a community thing. So I heard that when you get into escrow in the city of San Pablo, that the city does a health and safety inspection for every close of escrow. And it's hard for people to close, because what they do is they'll go in, and if they see something was done without permits, if they see there's something that, I don't know, they'll just call out things that typically a regular, like if you bought in Oakland, it would. So my friend had an escrow in San Pablo, and they said, well, bathroom isn't done with permit. You have to pull permits, pay for them. Permits are a lot of money, but you get homes in Oakland, Richmond, Hayward, everywhere people do work, but it's never called out, right? Because they don't have the city come out and check it. So I reached out to ABC 7 News so that they can kind of dig deeper into it, because I feel like that is a high Black and brown community where a lot of us can't afford to go through that during escrow. So like, for instance, this escrow, they probably can't close on it because they don't have the funds to pull the permits now that the city wants. So it's kind of like a little bump in the road for people that need to sell in that area or buy, because it'd either go to the buyer or the seller to pay for it. And a lot of people just don't have the funds to do that. So I reached out to the reporter, and we're digging deeper into it. So if there's anybody on the call that has ever went into escrow in San Pablo and went through that and they couldn't close escrow, I would love for them to reach out to me.
Wow. I love this. I love this. I absolutely love this for the consumers. Great job, Dominique. Cortez, let's hear from you, bro. What did you do this week to take action in your business and what were the results?
This is actually going to be a shout out to the Spivey group. I've been working with them lately with the NACA thing. So we're doing the NACA thing, and they just aligned with NACA so that we're going to be doing the seminars for NACA. So I think June 10th, we're doing one at the Fast. That's going to be 100, but they really want to have like 500 people at these things. So moving forward, we're all going to be working collectively doing that, county to county. So shout out to Pam and the Spivey group for setting that all up.
I love it. And for the people that aren't aware of what NACA is, please tell the people.
NACA is a community program that basically it's been around for a long time. It helps you with really no down payment, no closing costs. It is things you have to do to get that, but it's not really that hard. It's just stuff you have to do. Just become a responsible person. But no down payment, no closing costs. My kid's mother actually bought her house that way, so it's definitely a thing. And lower interest rate than anybody. I think today when I looked, it was 5.75.
Wow.
The lenders don't like it. Lenders will always say, screw NACA, because obviously it doesn't fit into their business model.
Wow, good stuff, Cortez. I absolutely love that. Colette, was that a new hand or was that an old hand? And Rahil, if you can put your hand down, unless that's a new hand.
No, I saw his hand up and I thought mine was still up. So I was trying to put mine down. I'll put back up. Sorry.
All right, cool. Anybody else want to share something that they took action on in their business this week that led to some positive results? Anybody else? All right, so I want to bring you guys up to speed on what's going on right now with CSU. Over the last 30 days, I've seen an absolute uptick in the amount of people that are utilizing CSU. And there's obviously some highlights on there. Vernon has been super diligent. And when I look in there, I can look around the screen right now and I can pull out probably 20 people that have been super diligent about what they've been tracking. So based on the last 30 days, I've had 119 active people using CSU, and 109 of those are actually filling out multiple categories. When I say 109 versus the higher number, there's a couple people that are just filling out 1 or 2 lines. I want to encourage everybody to go in there. Also, I want you to encourage everybody to go back and look at their goals that they set for Monday. Now, not saying that we're just putting in goals to put in goals, because I asked you guys to put goals into CSU, but like looking back and say, wow, was I actually able to create, or excuse me, accomplish this? So when we come full circle on Monday, I want to go back through the room and be like, all right, cool, let's take out a couple of these. Vernon, you said you were going to accomplish this. Joellen, you say you're going to accomplish this. Rico, and make sure that we are helping you guys reach those weekly milestones. It's been incredible to watch how those numbers have gone up. And also, you guys, if you want the ability to go to Mexico with us, paid trip for your reels, then create the reels, and there's no rhyme or reason behind it. Create the reels, document in CSU, and while you're in CSU, update your other things that you're doing, calls, conversations. And I want you to run this as a business. This is a multi-million-dollar business. If you guys are coming to Oakland today, we're doing a straight no chaser session. The straight no chaser session is exactly that. There is no excuses. There is no reason why somebody should feel like they are lost. The reason why people are lost in our environment is because they're not reading. What I mean by that is they're not looking at the emails. They're not following the cadence. They're not doing the things. They're not doing the 30-day checklist. There should be no reason why someone's lost. They should own that. So we're going to come together and make sure that we're addressing 3 things today. Making sure that you understand the tech, lead generation, and make sure that you understand calendaring at the highest level, and that you walk out of that session with a full, clear understanding of where you're going the next couple months. So no excuses, straight no chaser. There might be a little bit different of a tone. So I want to make sure that people are ready and set for the summertime. And if it's not for you guys, and if you're not ready to take action, if you're not ready to step up in this business, then give your seat to somebody else. What I mean by that is maybe this business is not for you. Now, if you're here today, that means that you have chose to spend some of your time because you believe in the power of this and you believe in yourself. So take ownership of that and say, you know what? I'm going to start doing things a little bit different. I don't want to go week in and week out and like, oh my God, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. No, you guys, like throw all that out the window. it's time we get ready for a really, really busy summer, because I don't know about you, but I want to have an amazing summer. I want this company to make more money than we've ever made this summer, because you guys have created something for your family, for your business. So all I want for you guys is for you to reach all of your goals and to be able to take your kids on vacation, for you guys to be able to purchase your first home, for you guys to be able to have a wonderful Christmas season. That's what I want for all of you guys. So as we close out, you guys, I'm going to go around the room. I'm going to hear from a couple of you. Cody, I'm actually going to come back to you. I'm not going to ask you for your hook, Cody, but I'm going to ask you, what were some of your key takeaways from our time together today? We're going to go Cody, we're going to go Rico. And before we go to Cody, we have somebody on the call today. It's her birthday. So Love Preet, let's just say a big happy birthday to Love Preet. Woo! What it's like to be young again. Happy birthday, Love Preet. Looking forward to seeing you in Oakland in a couple hours. But Cody, let's go to you, big dog. Key takeaways from our time together today.
For me, I always thought of home ownership as just like a kind of like a stepping stone. I didn't really realize like the investment opportunities that was in a home ownership. So for me, that was the gist of what I learned today, the investment opportunities in home ownership.
Love it, brother. Well, thank you for being here, and hopefully, you enjoyed your time with us today, man. Looking forward to future conversations with you. Let's go to Rico, then we'll go to a couple other people. Rico, let's hear from you, big dog. Key takeaways, and then Vernon, you're up next.
For sure. Yeah. So team, my key takeaways were the great thing about it was we just found so many different ways that we can talk to our clients, through this, whether it's through a reel or through an email or even with door knocking. Yesterday, I made my own flyer where I actually have like a QR code for like HomeBot and Real Scout. And I'm asking the question on there, like, what would the equity in my home be on the top one? And then on the bottom one, it's asking, oh, when I do buy, what does this neighborhood look like? So it's really cool that all the things that I've been working on are kind of like, coming together with that. Hey,
wait, Rico, what's her name?
This is my daughter, Gianna. She just had her 4th birthday.
Hi, Gianna.
Oh, you're this much? She can't even say the number. She's like, I'm this.
My son is this much. I'm this much plus this much, side by side. Well, happy birthday, Rico. I love that. Thanks for your takeaways. Big dog, Vernon, let's hear from you. Key takeaways from our time together today.
Man, I'm mad that my meeting from before this coaching call bled over because I missed the introduction in terms of your flow for the equity building program. But I'm super excited about that. That's going to help me tremendously. You guys' hooks were fire. I'm definitely going to bite some of those. I'm looking forward to creating some dope reels around that, getting into the fast booth and really being the educator around that equity piece, because as I told you yesterday, the conversation that I had on an airplane on my flight back from Southern Nevada the day before, that was perfect for this future client who actually, as I told you yesterday, it's got 3 to 4 listings for me, all at 1.5 plus. And so I'm super juiced about that. I'm going to leverage everything that I'm learning here in terms of being that educator and also owning my visibility continually in terms of the reels and the social media. It's been hitting for me, and I'm about to take it to another level. So
over 30,000 views on his most recent reels, if we're looking at collectively over the last week. So on a great trajectory. So great stuff, you guys. Obviously be aware and know that you guys all have access to all of the Keep It Moving group coaching sessions. If you ever want to share this with anybody, go to jointeamfast.com. Every single coaching is recorded, and you might see one of your beautiful faces as a thumbnail on one of these. So these are all created there. We also will send out the Otter links for all the transcriptions. And then Judith, if you can, let's try to grab out some of these hooks and put that in a separate document. So we just have these hooks and we'll work through this. Like I said, my commitment to each of you is by Wednesday, we'll have this home equity report finalized, ready to go and ready to launch on social media as well as in your MailChimp. So you guys have the thoughts, you guys have the ideas, you guys know what to do. There's all kinds of things that you guys can be doing, should be doing, but you guys have to always turn those into absolute must. These are the things I must do in order for me to have an amazing kick-ass summer for me and my family. So go out there, take action, take charge of your business, because it is on your shoulders. It is your responsibility. So I'm heading to Oakland. I'll be there all day. If you guys aren't coming to Straight No Chaser, cool, but we are having a Cinco de Mayo event at headquarters tonight. So if you guys would like to roll through, enjoy some food, enjoy some tacos, enjoy some tequila, come through. So you guys, thank you for all of your contributions today. This was absolute fire. I'm leaving inspired. So thank you guys. So spread the word, you guys. If you know other people in the industry that could use an environment like this, bring them in, invite them here. That's all about being kind and extending the olive tree out to people that we know. So as always, you guys, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Peace.
Peace.